We've talked a lot about different markets of real estate, but then there's different type of niche clients, and one I'm the proudest to give advice to is the military. Those who have served our heroes. On the show right now is a guy named John Reeves. He's a Marine captain. He hosts a radio show on 1170 AM KCBQ weekdays at 7 p.m. called Military Mondays. He joins us right here on the American Dream. Sean, good to have you on the show always, my friend.
Well, Craig, it's always great to be here, so thank you.
One of the best opportunities for anyone who served when it comes to the financial gains is through real estate. No money down, low interest rates. Anything new on your front? Anything new with your radio show?
Radio show is doing great. Like you have said, we educate, we empower, we engage veterans every day. One of the great things, Craig, about working in the veteran space, over the last 5 years with so many veterans and having our own radio show is the fact that we get to meet some very, very phenomenal and outstanding people who are dealing with veterans like we are. We're doing in the business sector. Well, I've got a gentleman here who is doing it in the nonprofit or the volunteer sector with the American Legion. And I've got with me Tony Stewart, who is the district commander for District 22, which is the largest district here in California. District 22 is comprised of 29 separate posts. Tony Stewart is the commander here. He's a Navy veteran himself, 20 years spent on the submarine force, just done some great things. Very, very noteworthy veteran here in San Diego. He was actually awarded a very, very prestigious honor when he was deemed the Veteran of the Year for San Diego County. So I'd like to introduce Tony. He's right here on my left.
Tony, welcome to the show.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you for your service.
Appreciate it.
So, Tony, you've been involved with the American Legion now over 18 years. We were talking outside, and you've changed a lot of lives. You've done a lot of great things. Tell us a little bit about your transition from the military, retiring out, and then getting involved with the American Legion.
Well, with the American Legion, let me jump in real quick with one point. As far as transitioning a lot of lives, really it's the organization that does it. It's
Sure.
the fantastic people that come together and make things happen. But as far as my transition, in 2007, I was looking for something to do, looking for something how I could serve and continue to serve. And the American Legion became that golden ticket of service. There's so many ways that we can help in the American Legion. And for me, I found that that's the avenue for me. I grew up with the American Legion. They helped build our little small town in Kansas. So I figure we can do some good deeds here and help out under that American Legion banner.
Well, one of the things that I remember growing up as a young boy was the American Legion in my town. So it's funny how when we're so young, it touches and makes that impression later in life where you're involved, I'm involved with it. So it's certainly a great organization. Now tell us a little bit about what the American Legion does for its members, for people who are transitioning out, a little bit about what the membership's all about.
Right on. Well, American Legion is a very strong, powerful organization. 2.5 million across the globe of legionnaires, and we actually continue to grow. A lot of folks wonder, hey, are we going down in numbers? No, we're going up in numbers. We've got a lot of folks. Here in San Diego, we have 250,000 veterans that we've got to care for. Yeah. So we've got a good concentration, as you mentioned, 29 posts that make that happen. As far as military to civilian transition, in that particular area, we've got so many things. We've got jobs. We're fighting the fight for credentialing.
Yes.
We've got small business task force that are active and helping folks create their American dreams with businesses. We've got so many other ways that we have put together good stuff.
Yeah. Tony, one of the things that you mentioned was a really good analogy is like in the credits on a movie, they just keep rolling and rolling and rolling. Well, the American Legion, we could literally talk day in and day out about all the things the American Legion does for veterans, for, there's the auxiliaries that help out, the women veterans and spouses. There's Boys State. There's so many things that the American Legion does, and it's been around almost 100 years, coming up a couple more years till we hit 100. But I think one of the greatest things is what you guys are doing here for SDSU with the endowment. So, let's talk about that.
Let's do. This is brand new, and really it's not even out on the street yet. So here's the first folks that are getting to learn about it. On July 6th, we're going to sign a contract with San Diego State University for a $50,000 endowment in the name of the American Legion District 22 that will go on in perpetuity. That means military to civilian transitioning veterans will be able to get a scholarship to attend the college. It'll help out. It will continue to grow over the years as well. but that's a big commitment we've made here locally, and we've worked all year long to put that together. It'll come to fruition on July 6th.
And that's going to go $50,000 a year in perpetuity, forever, as long as.
So it's a $50,000 bank, and then we'll give out scholarships like the foundation at SDSU handles it, and we have a particular amount every year at the end of the year that gets, and it continues to grow, and it will continue to grow and give out even more scholarships as it does grow. And we can always put more money into it as well.
Absolutely. Well, 14,000 posts worldwide, and there's almost every country has a post, with the exception of maybe some of the Middle Eastern countries. But 14,000 posts, 2.5 million members. You've been district commander here, about to turn over, so you've done a year in serving the American Legion. Certainly, well, just as a district commander, it's awesome to have you on our show.
Thanks a lot.
And I appreciate everything you're doing for veterans. It's great to work with a fellow professional who is doing the same things we do in our real estate business, which is changing lives every day. Obviously, you have a much wider breadth that you're covering, but we certainly appreciate it, and it's an honor to have you here with us.
I appreciate it very much.
Craig?
Tony, can't thank you enough. I look forward to getting you on his radio show, Military Mondays, 7 p.m. That's where we can loosen up a little bit. John was on my radio show earlier this week, and the opinions fly a little bit more when we have Mr. Reeves on there. John, hey, in parting here, give us some good information real quick, just a quick takeaway. I want to remind our audience here, as much as you're out there in the marketplace meeting with great guys, American Legion, and all the stuff that you do, you also are the #1 producer when it comes for VA financing and real estate purchases and move-up buyers in the VA space. Anything new on the horizon on the VA front?
I mean, the biggest thing we always harp with the VA loan is if you're a veteran, you've earned it, you defended America, now own a piece of it. The VA loan, $562,000, zero down to own a home in San Diego. You fought for the country, you've served the country, now it's time to own a piece of it, and we can help you do that.
You always hear that expression, low risk, high reward, right? When I think of VA financing, no money down, that's no risk, high reward. You buy a $500,000 asset, it goes up, you don't have any skin in the game. And by the way, if you haven't served in our military, I hope you can appreciate the message and those who have served and protect our freedoms, those heroes. But also, if you're a civilian just like me, you can get into a house right now with 3.5% down. So a good point for you to remember as well. You should connect with John Reeves. Straight up, reefpointrealestate.com. You just go there, ask any questions. If you've served, if you own a home, bookmark that website, whether you need it today or in the future. If you have served in our military, you know somebody who has, reefpointrealestate.com. John Reeves, thank you for coming on the show always. Coming up next.